Okay, let's go. Let me apologize. I sincerely apologize. Comrades, let us continue with the business of the council. Now we are on item 181 of 2021, which is the election of the executive board. In that item, we will firstly nominate the name of the person who is going to be the mayor of this municipality. Then we'll follow with other names of the executive. Yeah, we'll let the entire ESCO, then out of the entire ESCO, we'll elect the mayor of this municipality. Now, I will allow the nomination process to kick in. I will notice hands.
As a Green Party, I propose the name of Councillor Zingisa Rasmeni. Thank you.
The name of Councillor Zingisa Rasmeni has been nominated. Any seconder? Councillor Sango.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I stand to second the name of Zingisa Rasmeni. Thank you very much.
Councillor Zingisa Rasmeni is supported. Then we go the first name we have for executive selection la second that means the any other names? Councillor Mhlaba? The proposal has been made that we close the nomination on the issue of first member in the executive committee. Any second on that? Councillor Ngaye? Second.
Speaker. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Morning, councillors. I just wish to assist Madam Speaker.
Yes.
In that we nominate the executive. All members that we should form part of the executive, we nominate them, and then we follow with the process of appointing the mayor. So for now, we nominate only the executive members. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Councillor that's what we're doing. I will follow with another name within the executive. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I know it's close.
Councillors, what is going to happen here will nominate, because remember, this is a process of, it's a democratic process where if ever that name, if the opposition feels that Malina getting the executive, so that there can be that process of voting. Yeah. Now let's go to the second name.
As the researching, we propose the name of Councillor Thozama Ngaye.
You want to assist Councillor?
Honorable Speaker, I think the Speaker that has raised this thing must also raise the fact
Councillor Ngaye is for infrastructure, is where. Thank you.
Councillor Levy has been nominated for the position of infrastructure. What Roy had. Any second? Councillor Shella.
It was a sort of, I moved to second the name of Councillor.
The name of Councillor Levy has been seconded. Sango has been seconded. Any other nomination on that portfolio? 1, 2, 3. The name of Councillor Sango has been voted in as the portfolio head of the general. And go on with. Councillor Howard?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Can I please just get some clarity? If I remember correctly, the executive must be made up of the proportional breakdown of the council. And if I look at what happened in the previous term, there was two representatives from the opposition that did not carry portfolio titles, but they were on. We would like to change that this time. We would like to nominate one of our candidates as one for one of the portfolios. So I would also like to nominate Councillor Mhlaba for infrastructure and engineering.
I think we've already passed that one of chair and generic.
Chair,
Who's speaking now?
can I raise a point of order?
Okay.
I think you make it very clear, Chair. You know, we don't say here, if there's two names, you go to vote.
Yeah.
So the process was very clear from the onset. So we are not saying who we want or whatever. If there's another name, you were clear. So if Councillor Alt felt that when the name of Councillor Blackie was nominated on that portfolio, she was supposed to stand up and also nominate the other name. And then we go to vote, and then the one that gets the most vote will be that person. So I think you were very clear from the onset. Thank you, Chair.
Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Anton, for your assistance. Councillor Matai?
Speaker, I'm not Councillor Matai, I'm new in the council. I'm new in the council. I think the process, you put it very clear. In anyone who objects must object with their votes. That is very clear. Let us move on.
I think that one was clear. The spelling sort of this, councillors. That one was clear. Now, let us go to another portfolio, which is the portfolio of sport.
I propose the name of Councillor Ngaye as Deputy of Finance.
The name of Councillor Ngaye has been nominated as portfolio head of budget and treasury. Any second?
Speaker,
Councillor Khan?
Speaker, before any second, please.
Councillor Madiso, can you sit down?
Speaker, before any second, what's now?
Councillor Madiso, can you sit down? Councillors, if you want to speak, please raise your hand. Don't shout. Here we're busy dealing with the process of nominating the portfolio head of finance. The name of Councillor Nzangani has been nominated by Councillor Mhlaba. Councillor Charlie raised her hand. Now, Zingisa Rasmeni, please don't try to try to disrupt the process. Councillor Charlie?
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker Nzangani is a BTO for finance.
Councillor Nzangani, lisupportiwa. Zikhona nominations, councillors. Are there any nominations on this issue of finance? Councillor Madiso?
Okay, Mr. Speaker, because you talk about firstly you talk about push post. But now, you know the paragraph on the floor to take up the 5 minutes. You want to take up the push post. Now, the two rooms are not local.
Okay.
And you were supposed to give us how many departments that we have to make sure that we nominate people on the list. Now we don't know if it's how many departments that we have. We don't know how many people is that supposed to form the executive. Now you will just nominate after the sitting.
I get your point. In terms of the process, councillors, Councillor Madiso can't raise a comment, so I take back the Councillor Nzangani has been voted in as the portfolio head of finance. Councillor Madiso?
And because the Speaker, I was neither under King Aban or Nababla executive, and the still that made your work was shared. Yours, the process of the right process that they delay involvement. Yours, outstanding and putting. How many people do you want to be executive? Because it's still equal for you. Not only as well as a new
Okay, no, I think in order to avoid disruption in this council, let me do what Councillor Madiso is asking. We have, as you know, Councillor Madiso, that we have 6 departments. In terms of the allocations that were brought to us by Proctor, the ANC has been allocated 7 members to executive. The opposition, which is PTA, in a 1. EFF, in a 1. Yeah, there will be 9 members of the executive committee. I hope now we are clear.
Yes, I'm clear.
Thank
That's
you.
what I wanted.
Thank you.
Chairman Speaker, I propose the name of Councillor Mjaputa Ngalekazi to everything.
The name of Councillor Mjaputa Netemba is nominated as the portfolio head of local economic development. After Raymond Mhlaba. Any seconder? Kasaka? Ikamaka Netemba Mjaputa is supportive by a pocket that department. Therefore, LT. Are there any other nominations? Another one?
Then I propose the name of Councillor Zuki for community service.
Councillor?
Councillor Zingisa.
Name of Councillor Zuka, nominate you to be the portfolio head of community services. Any second? Councillor B?
And also from law, I move to second the name of Councillor Zuka.
Councillor Zuka has been seconded by Councillor Clay. He called any nominations, councillors. Babu Jalo, Councillor Zuka, Yangena as portfolio head of community services. Councillor Mhlaba.
Thank you, Chair. I propose the name of Councillor Chair to all corporate services.
There are two challenges.
What can you get? Cheryl.
The name of Councillor Bugela Sharon Charlie has been nominated to be the portfolio head of corporate services. And second, Councillor Klaas.
Thank you, Somlomo. Greetings to the House at large. Somlomo, I rise to second the name of Councillor Bukela Charlie at corporate services.
The name of Councillor Bukela Charlie is supported. Equal nominations, councillors. The Councillor Charlie being the as portfolio head of corporate services.
I propose the name of Councillor Umama Musabane to Sport. Umama Musabane.
Ikamatama Musabana, Lonyuliwe, Lubanga, Angela Department of Sport, Department of Anabaj. And the second, Councillor Joe.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I move to second the name of Councillor Savannah as portfolio head for sports.
Ikamalka. The Mama Moshe of Savannah, the second year. The scholars in nominations, councillors. By general councillors, who Councillor Mama Savannah, who put for head or passport. Now, in terms of the allocation of abantu bevotengayo, i-opposition, which is EDA, inikezwe i-position eyi-1. I-EFF inikezwe i-position eyi-1. Now, it's up to them into yoba ngaba bal-raise igama apha ngoku okanye baphinde baladelise. Councillor Baliso.
As the president of the council.
Councillor.
I like to nominate the name of Councillor Ernest Lomba.
The name of Councillor Lombard, the nominate you, any seconder?
Portfolio.
Councillor Ott?
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I second it. Thank you.
Councillor Lombard, the support you, any other name?
Andiko Siyakumela.
Siyakumela, Councillor Lombard, ungenile as executive without portfolio. EFF? Councillor? Igama likaMhlangabezi Nombombo liphakanyisiwe uba abe executive. Any seconder? Kind office. Councillor.
Yeah, second, Tabulamon.
Ikamaka Techno Bombo is the second leeway. Any other name? I think Kamaka Techno Bombo in the executive. With that portfolio. We are done with the executive now. Now, out of that executive, we'll elect mayor.
Yeah, I think Honorable Speaker, before we elect the mayor, the executive must just go and pick their seat, and then we elect.
In fact, the final election, the final election must be about 3 and you're going to have a Okay, councillors must begin in business. In terms of our elected councillors, we executive, we have once music so that public is going to for Councillor Zingisa Rasmeni with that portfolio. Councillor Sango, infrastructure. Councillor Zangani, BTO for finance. Councillor Mhlaba, strength for energy. Councillor Zoka, community services. Councillor Charlie, corporate services. Councillor Sabane, sport. Councillor Lombard, with that portfolio. Councillor Nombombo, with that portfolio. Now, Council, we are on item 182 of 2021, which is the election of the mayor. We are no longer nominating after we pick building on it. Now we will focus with action.
Madam Chair, yes, we refer to nominate Councillor Rasmeni Zingisa as the mayor of Raymond Mhlaba. Thank you.
Order, councillors. Councillors, the name of Councillor Zingisa Rasmeni, will nominate you to be the mayor of this municipality. And the second, councillors. Councillor Sango.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I stand to second the name of Councillor Zingisa Rasmeni to be the mayor of Raymond Mhlaba.
Was still going to allow Zingisa Rasmeni, the second any other nominations? 1, 2, 3. Now, we are going to allow our honorable mayor to say a few words to the councillors, to the public, to everyone on our island. Over to you, Mayor.
Honorable councillors, the administration, members of the public, I must first put you let me take this opportunity. I've prepared something just a few minutes ago. In case I was just making it in case. Yes. Let me take this opportunity and appreciate the opportunity given to me by this council to be the mayor. And also, I must also appreciate the agency and the organization for to bring me to this council. As we all know that this is the agency-led institution. I think everyone is aware that it will be the first time we are having a female mayor in this institution. And to that, I think it's the history of the country. I'm still sharing this. Yes. Yes. This is not the first time that we are having a council here. I think it's the continuation of the work that has been done by the previous council. So we will take the action and move forward. And as a mayor of the institution, I therefore commit myself on the following: the equal geographical spread on development and service delivery, promotion of sustainable local economic development, and uninterrupted service delivery, the upliftment of women, youth, and people with disabilities, good governance and sound leadership, sound and stable political administration, interface, creation of jobs, showing infrastructural projects. Council members, let us all remember that the municipality will remain available for service delivery. Amandla.
Let's continue, Comrade Councillors, with the business of the day. Aloma Sukasukolo, in Mhlaba, yes, Nikas guidance, but not no better after the family. Now, we're on item 183, which is the election of MTech chairperson. I mean, we of the council, Chief Whip, in other words.
Sorry, Speaker,
before we open with Councillor, you will be able to notion was something like you raise your hand. Next time.
I apologize to before we can move on to another, I wish to emphasize the issue of the executive. Was in the executive, you have those that are full-time and those that are not full-time. So I wish to raise that should be done and submitted to contact as a matter of agents. In our submission, I wish to propose that we make a submission that all executive portfolios be full-time. And people depend on what the COPTA is saying on our proposal. Thank you.
Okay, Councillor, that's the proposal, Council. Is there any second on that proposal? Councillor Sakan?
Yeah, I think the Honorable we need to note that we are not constituting council for the first time. We had Raymond Mhlaba, and already in Raymond Mhlaba they are gazetted full-time politicians. They remain full-time. But what we can perhaps say is to say we want to add more from those that are already full-time. Because it's not like we are forming a new council, a new municipality. The reason last time we did that was we were forming a new municipality. So now the portfolios that are there gazetted as full-time, remain full-time. Then we can perhaps say, let's then apply for others to be full-time.
I think, Councillor Nsanga, I think he's saying the same thing that Councillor Chabota has raised, that we need to apply so that we have what was it, so almost a full time. But he is saying that we need to mention that because already we do have as full time already portfolios, which is as in the full time parent is local economic development and community services and sport. Those ones are not full time. And we need, in terms of our recommendations, we need persistence studies. Then, is there any second on that proposal? Do we agree, Councillors?
Yeah, I stand to second, Honorable Speaker, the proposal.
Thank council and agreed upon. Thank you. Now on item 183, the election of the whip of council. Councillor Zoka.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. When grievances are new government to speak, I stand to nominate Councillor Mhlaba as the chief whip of our council. Thank you.
The name of Councillor Mhlaba is nominated as the chief whip of the council. And the second one? Councillor Mhlaba.
It was so long, like the past
All the council. Councillor Mhlaba is someone as the chief whip of the council. Are there any other names from the councillors that want to nominate? That is councillors who Councillor Mhlaba is the chief whip of the council. Thank you. Chief whip, we want to have some few words.
No.
You're fine. Okay. Councillor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Can I please ask that you move those flags away from your face to the side? Because I had my hand raised before you took a second of the previous one, and I lost my opportunity to make a point. I'm not going to make a point now, so the opportunity has passed. But at least without the flags in front of you, you can see me when I put my hand up.
I know when I like you so much. Okay, councillors, now on item 184 of 2021, election of MPET chairperson. Councillor Madison?
Okay, I was Chair, I just want to make a proposal. That's the area we election of MPF, which is MPF. I'm pleading with you. I know that we have been money of this city. I don't know anything about you. Please, can you please give the opportunity in charge of this one? Because at the end of the day, I don't want you to be the players as well as the referees. So I'm making that proposal, and I give it to you. Please,
That's like I did.
I think, Chair, thank you very much for inviting everybody to council, but not for today. We are trying to be that thing in next meeting, but for today, in the proposal they come out now, they can go to court and charge.
Okay. Councillor.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I think we need to clarify something here. We are all here, the players, who are the council. So what Councillor Maliso is raising, that we can't be the players and the players, we are all players. And as these players, we want to appoint amongst us a ref, irrespective of which political affiliation one is in. So we wish to appoint the MPEP chairperson irrespective of the affiliation. So we must not see the anybody of us or the players see council song here. When we are here as a group, as council of Raymond Mhlaba. Okay.
Councillor.
Right, I think partly Council of Jabuta, we have collaboration. We are becoming council managed by is a politician indeed. But unfortunately, there is a certain process esikhumba ngayo i-council business. I really appreciate how he negotiates his power. You know, he's negotiating his power, but unfortunately, Chair, there was a process which you applied as the Speaker of the Council, that we must raise names must be seconded, names must receive the majority of the council votes. So I think let us stick with that process. Even inside, I'm having a problem with that process, Chair, so I would appeal to him. Otherwise, we can negotiate that power when we're getting outside the council.
Yeah, the name of Councillor Sikona Kali has been seconded. Are there any other names? Councillor Madison?
Okay, thank you very much, Speaker. Among those players, I stand to nominate the name of Councillor Nonsense Hans.
Okay, the name of Councillor Hans, not Cindy, so has been nominated by Councillor Madi. So any seconder?
I second it. I second it. Kiona Deka.
Councillor Mandeka.
Yes.
That's the one that the name of Councillor Hans. Now, comrades, we have two names. Well,
No, I want to second the name of Councillor Chair, and also I propose
Mr. Speaker. Is there honorable Councillor?
stand up, Councillor.
Sorry. This is my first time. I stand to, I'm not sure how to put it is there. You give me
Councillor, you want to add another name?
no. Is the second name or the second candidate to the position of the technical secretary accept the nomination of the chair? Order.
Comrades, no, Councillor, don't do that. What is going to happen now, Councillor? We have two names. We have two names, not unless that councillor who was nominated by Baliso, Apagama declined Kamala Kanye, who Lobe Paganism Councillor Kanji, then at declined Kamala. Their names are going to be voted for.
Yes.
Councillor Hans?
Morning, councillors. I'm sorry, Mr. Vargas, but I feel like
The name of Councillor Hans has withdrawn her nomination. Now we're only left with one name, which is the Councillor Sikona Kali. Then that leaves us with no choice but to declare Councillor Sikona Kali as the chairperson of the let me who's Sikona who sorry and she's the only person all responsible for this. So the city of PI Victoria. So you are there. So she could I excuse after 11 seconds. Then now we are going to nominate the names for the position of women's caucus chairperson. Councillor Chichibu.
I propose the name of Councillor Kawu
There's a chairperson of women caucus. Thank you, Chair.
Councillor Kaur has been nominated. Councillor Ngome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I stand to second the name of Councillor Kaur as woman caucus. Please, thank you.
The government Councillor Kaur has been seconded. Are there any names, councillors? So, Councillor Kaur, chairperson of Women's Caucus. Now we're on item of electing the representative to each district. Over to Chico.
I've got 4 names from the ANC. Councillor Bandam, Councillor Mhlaba from Bonzi Plus, Thozama Ngaye in that fashion.
Bespada he opposed.
Thank you, Speaker. Honorable Speaker, normally that process of the district is presided over by IEC. And I would like us to find out if the IEC is among us to take over that process.
Thank you, Councillor Zangane. Can you call upon IEC to come in?
Thank you, Speaker. Greetings to everyone, protocol observed. My name is Raymond Mhlaba. I'm working for the Electoral Commission, responsible for the Raymond Mhlaba. Yes, we are going to preside over the elections of DC reps. Before we do that, we have a short presentation just to outline the process, what is going to happen, and then we proceed to the elections. Thank you.
Okay, can you quickly do that, please, so that you don't waste time?
Take this opportunity to greet everyone without wasting any time. My name is Ulisile Senedikana. I'm responsible for managing, also with my colleagues, managing these local council reps to the district. And this election will be managed in accordance with Schedule 2 of the Municipal Structures Act 117 of 1998, as well as the with also respect to Government Gazette promulgated by NBC Copter, as well as with the Constitution and the fundamental law of this country. So I will quickly deal with the presentation as is it behind me. So we are a municipality that falls under category D. We have to elect about 5 reps to the district. So as you're also aware of the fact that during the local government elections that were held on the 1st of November, we had an election, a ballot paper, a great ballot paper that solicited to elect 40% of the seats in the district. So here today we are going to nominate the part of 60% from the district. Therefore, in terms of this municipality, it's only 5 seats or 5 nominees that will be voted for in terms of the seats that are allocated to this municipality by the MEC Wabakota. So we have in our midst 45 councillors, ward councillors are 23 and PR councillors are 22. Therefore, there is also an amendment of the Municipal Structures Act 117 of 1998, which was also amended on the 5th of November 2021 to also make effect to this election local council rep to the district. So as Honourable Speaker already alluded to the fact that the time is against us, I will not dwell much in terms of each and every slide. I will quickly peruse to the fundamental slides that are going to give effect to this election. So I've also indicated to the fact that there are pieces of legislation governing this election, as I've also indicated in terms of Schedule 2, Item 5 to 7 of the Municipal Structures Act. The local council to DC process will unfold as follows. A party or a councillor nominate a local council to district candidate. Therefore, there will be an extra seat that will be competed by the party. In our midst, we do have parties as well as we also do have independent councillors. So they will also be afforded with an opportunity to nominate. A party or councillor may not submit more than one list. A candidate may not appear on more than one candidate list. Candidate names must appear in order of preference. A candidate might sign the nomination form as an acceptance of nomination. The list submitted will be the one that will be forwarded to the DC. From time to time, you find that after the election of the DC, there is a tendency from the municipality to change names of the local council to the district, which is in contravention of the Municipal Structures Act. It's only the IEC that has the prerogative of conducting elections of the LC, local council to the district. Do we agree? Okay, let's proceed. An HRC will be submitted to IEC staff. The IEC staff will have a ballot paper that consists of all the political party names as well as the independent councillor that will be in the ballot paper. The ballot paper will be dealt with in accordance in alphabetic order. So the COVID-19 protocol will be observed. The voters' roll that consists of all the councillors, both PR as well as the ward councillors will also be in on the voters' roll. Each councillor approach the desk where the names of the voters' roll will be spread and will be prepared to lower his or her mask for identification, will be issued with a ballot paper to cast his or her vote, will vote at the voting booth. So we're also going to place voting booth inside this, this place. No proxy voting is allowed. After voting, the councillors will deposit ballot paper in the ballot box and leave the voting area. So in terms of the counting of votes, it will be, in fact, let me also indicate that there is a quota that will solicit to determine the number of seats each party will have. Therefore, the quota is as follows. The number of councillors here are 45. So the number of representatives, the number of people, the number of seats that this municipality has in the district is 5. So if you divide 45, I mean, if you divide, yes, 45 by 5, you will get 9. So 9 plus 1 is 10. Therefore, you discard the fraction. So the municipality consists of 45 councillors, municipality is entitled, as I've already indicated. So it will be 45 divided by 5 plus, it gives us a quarter of 10. So it will also unfold as follows. I don't know, okay, because I'm cautious of the time. I don't know whether I am too fast or is it right? Right? Yeah. There is an example that is in front of us. Let's say there is party A, there is party B, there is party C. In terms of voting, party A, all of the councillors for party A have voted, they are 30 in number. Then party B, there are 12. Party C, there are 3. So we'll divide 30 by 10, which means it will give us 3 seats. Party B is 12, then it will be divided by 10, it will be 1.2. Party C is 3, then it will be divided by 10, which means it's 0.3. So in terms of the first allocation, Party A will receive 3 seats, Party B will receive 1 seat, Party C in the first allocation will receive 0. So we also, after that, we are going to look at the surplus. So Party A has a 0, as well as Party B has 0.2, Party C will be having 0.3. After that, we are supposed to rank the surpluses. So Party A is third, Party B is second in terms of rating, Party C is the third. Now, after the ranking, we must also have in terms of the second allocation. So Party A will have in the second allocation 0, Party B will have a 0, Party C will have a 6. Therefore, in terms of the first allocation, there will be 4 seats, and in terms of the second allocation, 1. Therefore, the total will be 5 seats. Is it clear? So the fundamental matter is that we have 5 seats to the district. So each party will be given an extra seat of nomination form, whereby party is supposed to nominate. In terms of the act, it says a party must not nominate more than let's say more than the double number of seats that. In other words, must not nominate more than 10. So will be appointed in nomination form, as well as will also the councillors that are nominated will also supposed to sign. After having done that, those nomination forms will be given to us. After that, we are going to have a ballot paper whereby if all the councillors will vote and the election will be announced, because we don't have the prerogative of declaring the results. It's only the commission that has the prerogative of declaring the results. So in that regard, I would like also to make a request that each party should come, where are my colleagues? Lads, can you come? So that if each party is supposed to nominate a person who will be duly authorized to submit the list there.
Okay. Councillors, the call is Madam. Okay, Councillors, we got
Chair, no, I have a simple question, Chair. If we look at the last part or the last portion which deals with the nominations, if we move back to the party is not allowed to double the nomination, to nominate more than 10. Yeah, in that regard, I just want to check whether the nomination process is proportional or the nomination process is merely based on the nominations in the council.
Okay, Councillor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. In clarity, I think about Ghana, when he was presenting, he said, one on the screen is an example. So I would like him to assist this council in so far as to say, according to the numbers that the political parties have, the ANC will get this much, but using the quota system, and the next party will get. So I want him to be specific.
Okay, are you see?
Yeah, in fact, the elections will be held. It's a system called proportional representation. Therefore, what is going to take place is that the elections are supposed to be conducted in the manner that I've already alluded to. I'm not going to indicate, I'm not going to divulge, or I'm not going to say party A is supposed to nominate so on and so forth, because it's a proportional representation, and also the Municipal Structures Act. If I will be doing that, it will be in contravention of the Municipal Structures Act, of which I don't want to find myself having to do that. So what is going to take place is that, Councillor Mhlaba, what is going to happen is that the same election we are going to conduct is the same, sort of is the same election that we had in terms of when we submitting a list of the political parties to IEC. Those nominations were dealt with in preference. If, for instance, let's say we have 5 seats, if we are saying that, Councillor so-and-so, if we get 1 seat, therefore, Councillor so-and-so should be number 1 and so forth. Yeah. So the second question that was asked is that the second question was
Okay, before we make councillors, now I think what is going to assist us here from the councillors is to do what IEC is saying. IEC is saying that all political parties must submit their names so that those names can appear on paper. Yeah. Then after your vote, I think that's the process IEC is saying. Then they can be able to determine if political party, no matter how many seats going to ETC. I think that's what is going to assist the councillors. From now, all political parties must submit their names to IEC. Then after, they will craft either those paper so that you are able to vote and come up with the total number of electorate areas.
Thank you, Speaker. Just to add on what Reverend Jigana has alluded to, when you submit your list, you need to submit your list in order of preference. Because we are going to do that calculations. So if you are first allocated 3 seats, it means that the 3 people that are on top of your list will be the people that will represent the party to the DC. Thank you.
Councillor Zuma.
Chair, I don't know whether I'm confused now. And I think the explanation is taking more deeper, than to simplify it. I think here we need to simplify this process. And for instance, if I were to be simple, Chair, the ANC is a ruling party in this council. Now, in terms of the allocation of seats are 5, which is an outcome of local government 2021 elections. Now, if we are saying that allocation is given proportionally, we need to be very clear, Chair, so that the ANC understands that even as a ruling party, if submit now, to say, Chair, you will then, after nomination or after elections, determine the proportionality, then it's a problem. It's really confusing, Chair. Muna into bezayicela sihlalo IEC makabe clear before siyenze the process. How many seats in terms of a proportional representative ANC level yafumana to the district? Because I understand by way of proportional that allocation. Thank you.
IEC?
In fact, I've already alluded to the fact that this is not IEC laws. This is the Municipal Structures Act 117 of 1998, as well as amended on the 5th of November 2021. We cannot be able to contravene with the Act.
Can we proceed, IEC, please? I told the government that's my values. When we decide who's excused and inspired. Councillor Sam.
Thank you, Speaker. I just want to know if the political party has to submit, each political party should submit 5 names or more. I just want to get clarity on that.
They're saying now this process of voting will have a new proportional representative. We are not going to use the one that has put us here in this council. Because currently we are councillors, I would say ANC has got a number of councillors proportionally. We're not using that one. Now, due to votes is when they will apply a new proportional system according to the number of votes that that party has received. I want to clarify on that because it seems like that.
Yeah, I think Councillor Jabu, who I see, who I didn't consider that. A lot of time, what party now, who currently, there's true that system of proportional representative, yes, at all, yet strict. Now, at the council now, we are going to vote. Then after we have received the number of votes, they are going to use that system to calculate and determine the number of each political party if manner. I think that's what IEC is trying to explain. I think let us allow comrades who IEC to complete process here.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. I think Speaker, when it comes to regular question activity, it will be proper for us as the opposition, particularly in this development, so that we can engage with us, please.
Copy the Councillor.
Consider how long because the electoral that was I see then okay, was thinking is one thing, never be done, just one and the other one.
Okay, Councillors, let us as very councillor for Mrs. Wana to allow who IEC.
Just a minute. Sizakwenza ngohlobo. Sicela ukuba kubekwe observers eza-observer the process. Then nominations have already been submitted. Therefore, i-councillors zonke zinalo ilungelo lokuba zivote. So uvoto ozaqhubekeka phaya kulaa moya. Therefore